What is up and is going on, guys? Simpzy here, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 14 QPR career mode. So guys, we are in the January transfer window. Now I'm only going to be putting one match in today's episode, simply because we do have the transfer deadline day and we do have a lot of transfer negotiations, and that match will be against Stoke City. Now, I did actually mention this in the last match in the FA Cup. I don't care about the FA Cup. I don't care about the Capital One. I'm going to simulate those matches. If I win, I win. If I lose, who cares? My main objective is to try to get Champions League football. Surprisingly, we were actually versus Liverpool in the last simulation match at home, and then we ended up versing them in the Capital One Cup. And we ended up winning both those matches. So maybe we were in, I think that was the semi-final, so we're in the final of the Capital One Cup, which is surprising. I will play the finals if I get in, but who really cares? But guys, a big transfer happened in the last episode. I do apologise if you didn't like that, but we ended up selling Edison Cavani for 103 million to Chelsea, which is absolutely ridiculous. We paid 50 million plus Austin. He was worth 10 million, and because of that transfer, we were able to sign two new strikers. One is Sergio Aguero, and the other one is Ciro Immobile. Now, I actually have played with this guy in my Italy international management career mode, and I thought he was quite good. But I would have liked to pick him up quite earlier in before he hit his growth spurt, because he's an 85 overall at the moment, and we had to pay 30 million for him. So if I had the offer to trade Edison Cavani for Sergio Aguero and Immobile, I would do it in a heartbeat. So we've got two brand new strikers up front. Now that does mean Danny Welbeck has been pushed onto the bench, but I will be rotating him with Menez because he actually can play as a winger. Some other interesting transfers in the Premier League, guys. Santi Cazorla actually surprisingly signed for Manchester City, which I wouldn't have seen that coming at all. And in turn, Arsenal had the funds to sign Ramirez, the Uruguayan from Southampton, who actually goes up in stats really well. He's actually a really good player. Now, I did have some transfer negotiations of my own here. I was trying to sign some new players. The Barcelona boy here, when I was looking at his stats, when I was looking at him, he looked alright, but then I ended up changing my mind and not putting a bid in for him. So, Chamberlain, the right back for Southampton, did play well in my Southampton career mode, so I want to bring him in. Jay Rodriguez as well. He had a fantastic season this year, but unfortunately, I used to talk about real life, he picked up an injury, which was very disappointing. So I did put a bid in for him and Bentlab. Now I found this 17-year-old who plays for Juventus. He's got 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and because we're in the deadline day, I did put a 2 million bid in for him. Now I do know that is a lot of money, so I wanted to basically get his services, but when we buy him, I'm going to spoil it. He's not actually worth 2 million. He's roughly a lot lower than that. I'll let the surprise see. But I wanted to get the 17-year-old. He had 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, which is absolutely, you don't see that much. And I wanted to get him off Juventus as quickly as possible. We had some more transfers with Jay Rodriguez. Southampton did want a little bit more, but I wouldn't mind like a replacement, because Jay Rodriguez actually is quite competent as a striker, and he can play on the left mid as well. Chambers, the bid was too low. And because we have so many transfer negotiations, I had to go bloody find his name, which was a pain in the ass. We're trying to get these guys on the cheap, so I do apologise if you don't like the annoying, really low bids. But other than that, Edison Cavani obviously went to Chelsea, and I didn't really want to bring any other big strikers. I tried to bring on Bentalab, centre mid, place for Tottenham Hotspur. I just wanted to bring in some more youth, so Mario Lopez can have some friends. Not really, just I don't know, we haven't got, there's such a massive dividing class between the Australians, the young Australians we signed from the youth academy, and then from like Mario Lopez, and like the first team. So this guy, he's a 61 overall, and he's only worth 250,000, which was very disappointing. But I'm sure if we nurture him, and in a couple of seasons he'll be worth more than 2 million. But like I said, you don't really see that many youngsters that young with 5-star weak foot and 5-star skills. But we do manage to sign Bentalab, a 20-year-old centre mid. He might be a good player. Suarez actually went to Real Madrid. So that's interesting. Finally, that transfer went through. But when you think about it, Bentaleb's a 70 overall, and he's worth 1.8. And we paid 2 million for him. We bought that youngster for 2 million. So, in retrospect, it probably was a bad signing. Depending on how many career modes I do with QPR, it might actually work out all right. But guys, we do have a match against Stoke City later in the episode, so we get to test out our two new strikers in Sergio Aguero and Immobile. Sebastian Rode has gone up a +3, which is very, very good to see. 24 years of age. Now, guys, I'd just like to apologise that there is only one match in this episode, like I said. But once we get out of the window, there's going to go back to two matches per episode. Now, this guy, we just signed him. He's gone down to +1. How does that even happen? Like, what in the fuck? But like I said, guys, I would have done two matches in this episode, but the episode would have gone for too long. And I do know not everyone has more than, like, this episode's already going to go for 10 minutes. We've already had, like, 7 or so minutes of transfer negotiations. So, we're going to go back to 2 games per episode in the next. So, I do apologise about that. But, guys, I forgot to mention, we did have a match in the last episode, and we unfortunately ended up losing 2-1 to QPR. What? As soon as I said that, it sounded stupid. We ended up losing 2-1 to Arsenal. And it was a very interesting match at the Emirates. It was very much the same as the Tottenham Hotspur match, although we did manage to score a goal. Arsenal did dominate us on possession. We had actually more shots than them. We had 6 shots, 3 on target. They had 5 shots, 3 on target. Dzeko actually played absolutely fantastic in that match. But we really just got dominated on the possession. It was 60-40. That's how of the golfing class it was. But I have rotated the side a little bit more. And I have made the decision to actually make Danny Welbeck a winger, because he actually can play on the left-hand side. He is very, very pacey, and hopefully he can whip in some balls for him. But very interesting to see how the striker partnership of Sergio Aguero and Immobile go up front. And I don't know if this transfer is going to bite us in the arse. That Edison Cavani has gone to Chelsea. But hey, what are you going to do? It was probably bad selling it to a rival club. But money is money, regardless of where they go to be quite honest. But we do have our first match against Stoke. Or we have our first match. Well, it's Sergio Aguero's and Immobile's first match against Stoke City. Shawcross there, holding up the defense quite well. We do manage to intercept, get it back on the ball. Rode on the ball, trying to find Sergio Aguero. And as Sergio Aguero goes in with the finesse and nearly scored. So it's going to be very interesting, the result, guys, because we previously, we didn't actually verse Stoke City that long ago, and we ended up winning 2-1 over them. But it was the main man, Diego, to pick up another goal for the club, and I really thought he would have been going in January, but no transfers actually came in for him. I was willing to listen to transfers, but maybe when he starts to go down in stats next season, we might be able to do it. But Immobile running down the wing, trying to get his debut goal, but the shot does go just wide. Immobile on the ball, finding Sergio Aguero, the Argentinian, and he breaks away with pace. And it's very much in the same boat. If someone said, okay, Tom, in Season 2, you're going to sign Immobile, and you're going to sign Sergio Aguero in Season 2 of the QPR career mode, I wouldn't have believed him. But now we've got 2 fantastic new strikers. Obviously, Immobile is 24 years of age and 85 overall, so he's going to go up in stats crazily. Unfortunately, Julius Caesar's first match back at QPR, we do manage to concede there. I don't know if he's going to be a better player than Zook, because Zook was letting in some horrible, horrible goals. So I'm going to be rotating both of them in and out. We do have Murphy, so we didn't really need another goalkeeper. But we did manage to bring off Gomez off the bench. And who would have thought that Gomez would have saved us once again in the 75th minute? Last time it was a header from the corner, and he absolutely smacks this into the top right. That just shows, even though he's I think he's 29 or he's just turned 29, he's still a fantastic striker and puts it into the top right, hitting the crossbar. What a fantastic strike from the Frenchman. I fucking love that goal as well. Top net pass to Begovic, had no chance. So, unfortunately, Sergio and Immobile didn't get their debut go. Junior Hoilett with a fantastic free kick, very much like it was nearly like the one I scored with Taarabt in Season 1. But Gomez and Diego managed to pick up goals. I would have liked Immobile and Sergio Aguero to pick up their debut goals, but it wasn't to be. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you watched all the way through, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on this video to support my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot, guys. Goodbye.